What's up there, foodies? We are in the Springfield neighborhood at this new restaurant called Othello, and I'm with the owner, Vanessa, and she's going to tell us all about this fantastic place right here at the corner of Pearl Street and 6th Street. Hello, thank you so very much for having us.
Thank you so much.
This is a beautiful place. Like, you know, the folks who watch the show know that I used to live in Springfield, and I walked the dog by this location so many times, and I always thought to myself, this would be such a great spot.
Yeah.
And you have taken it and turned it into something way cooler than what I thought. So for those who have never really been around this area, those who've never seen the restaurant, tell us everything we need to know about Othello.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely found this spot because we've been residents of Springfield for quite a few years, almost a decade now. Always kind of around the area, working in downtown. And we came across this space. It has a lot of Spanish influences when you're looking at the outside. Coming from a Middle Eastern background, my father's from Jordan, I always thought, wow, this is so interesting. There's so many common threads between Spanish and Arabic cuisine. There's a lot of language, music, architecture, all those things, and most definitely food. And that's why we're definitely here trying to showcase the southern part of the Mediterranean, southern Spain, North Africa, the Middle East, and kind of give you that other side of the Mediterranean to check out.
Okay, let's jump into some food here. You have two fantastic dishes in front of me. So we're gonna start with this one, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
what do we have?
So this is our Hamachi Crudo. It is served raw, but something that we're super excited about. It has some dukkha, butternut squash that's been pickled in-house. The orange mint that is garnishing over top is grown on our patio. And it is also, right out there. And it is also infused in our vinaigrette on there. Yeah, super fresh.
Oh, it's so good.
Awesome. The thing that I love most about this is it's a really great palette for presenting some seasonal things. So we just kind of switched over from summer into fall, as I'm sure everyone's feeling outside. But so this has a lot more of those like warmer spices. So of course, squash that you know is a staple during fall. But yeah, so we love this dish.
That is fantastic. That's so good. The orange mint. Or it's phenomenal. It's kind of basil-y, right? but it's not. I don't know. That has got all the good stuff going on. Fred, you're gonna have to try that one. Okay, what am I looking at now? This is amazing. So Fred was like getting footage of this like while it was being made, and my man is just dying to try this. So we gotta get into this so he can get some too. What do we have here?
Yeah, so this is a roasted half chicken. So it's completely deboned except for that wing. But it's got, you know, obviously a lot of that white meat, dark meat. It has a lot more like moisture into it. But it does not miss out on that really crispy skin that I'm sure you can see. What I love about this dish is this is something that we did a lot of like R&D on. This is very representative of some of the countries in North Africa, specifically this condiment on top. It is called tafaya, and it is just really caramelized onions, raisins, and then a lot of warm baking spices. And it really gives this like sweet savory element to it and just provides a lot more depth of flavor. And yeah, couscous too, like you can't beat that. That's just a staple in this region as well.
Oh man. Fred, you're in luck, dude. That is delicious. Okay. We need to wash this down though, right? So we have, you guys like to do natural wines, right?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit, what is a natural wine compared to like, I guess, unnatural wine?
I don't know if that's the other term, but I'll go with it right now. Unnatural, get away from it. But yeah, natural wine, something that's definitely a buzzword right now in the wine industry. Natural wine is kind of a loose term. There are many things that kind of fall into this category, but overarchingly, we're trying to make sure we're mindful of what we're putting in our body, so not a lot of preservatives or anything like that, and we want to be mindful of the environment. So whenever they're farming, they're usually using organic practices, biodynamic practices, not using a lot of irrigation, just being very mindful and trying to find out ways to kind of make a really great product without having to put pesticides all over it or anything like that. And most of the time, this is a technique that's been used for generations upon generations. Winemakers have been handing this kind of technique down, and now we're calling it organic, but it's something
that's typically just old world farming, right? Like the way farming used to be.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Okay, so which one is this one?
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. So this is coming from California, Enna, California. It's by a producer called Iruwai. This is their cuvee called the May Queen. It is a drier pet nat, which is a style of making sparkling wine.
Okay.
This has a good amount of funk to it. Cheers. Really great way to kind of start your meal. It's super like bubbly. It's very celebratory. We love starting a meal off with some bubbles.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting is it does taste a little different than most sparkling that you've had. It has some smokiness to it.
Oh, what? That is so delicious. I've never had a smoky wine, and I'm not going back.
And we were talking that it looks a lot like beer when you're looking at it.
Like beer,
so Jacksonville being such a beer city, we're trying to say, do you like mezcal? Do you like beer? Maybe there's a wine for you that like ticks those boxes.
Like this one?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that is delicious. What? Okay, so tell everybody, what do we need to know? Hours, things like that.
Yeah. We are open for dinner Wednesday through Saturday, so that's 4:30 to about 10:30. We close up shop, and then we're open for brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, starting at 10:30, and we kind of wrap up around 2:30.
Sounds cool.
Every once in a while, we'll be doing events on Sundays, so keep a lookout on our Instagram page, and there'll be some fun events. Maybe wine tastings, maybe market days, what have you. So we look forward to doing that as well.
Vanessa, thank you so very much for having us. You have a wonderful, wonderful restaurant.
It's been a pleasure.
You are doing such a great job elevating Springfield. Come over to Othello. Remember, it's at Pearl and 6th. You can get amazing chicken like this, or you can get these amazing wines. Either way, it's worth the stop. Catch you next time.